to Infinite Trading Method Part 27. We have our RSI, Relative Strength Index, and our CCI, the Commodity Channel Index. So, both the RSI and the CCI are set to their defaults. We start off the trading session with number 2. Alright, we're trading digital options every minute. We wait until the last 5 seconds of the purchase deadline to make a trade, right? We buy here for 2 because both our indicators are above the halfway points. It's not really above here right now. I mean, it's even going down, but they were slightly above the respective halfway points, which is ultimately a good thing, right? And as you can see, it's up. But the idea is to not expect to win all the time, right? Because with life and with anything you do in life, you lose. And you lose not all the time, but you lose just enough. Nothing's perfect. Hey, there's absolutely nothing perfect in this universe. But in the imperfection, that makes it's not supposed to be perfect. It's just supposed to be good. Right? Good, that's it. Good. Focus on the good. Don't focus on the absolutely grand parts about life. Focus on the good. Focus on what is there that is absolutely good to you and for you. Right? It's deep. It's really deep. We often focus on the bad. We don't even focus on the perfect. We focus on the bad. We often focus on the things that don't go right in our lives, and we dwell on it for years. Do not understand that in those things that didn't go right, they still look good if we only look for them. The good that influences the now, the good that influences everything around you. That's sort of good to understand by partaking the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil. You took one of the paths of God, the book of good and evil. And instead of only focusing on the good parts, we then became bad gods, evil gods, gods who kill and gods who destroy. We don't focus on the good parts anymore, bro. We try to, as humanitarians, we try to, but in reality, I feel as if we focus more on the absolutely bad parts of life, the trauma. So much people focus on trauma, and the law of attraction says that anything you focus on is what you would move towards, right? Anything you focus on is what you would move towards. You focus on trauma, you would move towards more trauma, and that's just how it works. That's simply just how it works. And if you always focus on bad and you forget the good parts of life, you'd forever dwell in that negativity loop. So yeah, this is how the trading method works. This is our loss we had at 11:11. That's okay. 4 and 2 is 6. So here you see we make back $2.03, right? Which is enough. Which is good, right? So here we buy for 2, and we move up to 4. 4126 $2.03 was $3.78. So we already made back our money for this 2 here. It's good. So here we do 4 plus 2, that's 6. And if 4 loses, we'll just do 9. Alright. People are unhappy, man. There's a lot of trauma floating around this world. And I'm starting to realize that we're all just a bunch of uneducated gods. And if by chance we would just learn a little bit more, just a little bit more every single day, you would understand a lot. Right? And you'd be able to do a lot. And you would be able to care for your thoughts, care for yourself, care for your spiritual side, care for your gratitude, care for your heart. And the better of a person you become, and it's only up to you. Nobody's gonna come and do that for you. What are you praying towards? Everything was granted to you already. Oh God, please make me strong and brave. How are you going to know how strong or brave you are if you never tried? How are you going to know? How are you going to know how strong and brave you are if you never tried to prove how strong and brave you are? Go through things, do things, appreciate every aspect of the things you do, good or bad, because it all has a good reason, it all has a good purpose. You ask for a better something, you're going to have hardships before you get to it. You're going to be the one who has to push yourself. Right? You're going to be the one who has to go out there every day and see if you really want what you said you want. You're going to be the top of that corporate ladder. Push yourself. You can do it. And that's just the bare minimum. It's a lot you can do. Right? The only limitation is the limitations you put on your mind. The only limitations are the limitations you put on yourself. The limitation is you. Nobody but you. If you think you can't, then you won't. If you think you can, then you will. Simply put. So, here we do 9 and 1, 4 and 1. That's 15 altogether. And if 9 loses, then we do 19. Right? And 19 would give me back enough profits to make back, and I'll show you in a second. So when this trade wins, you'll see. So 9, that's, yeah. So it's 15, so $2.71 if 19 wins. Right? And this trading method is not the greatest, but it is good. It is really good. It is too good, in fact. Divinely good, isn't it? That is good. We buy F2 and we wait. Interesting. This is another win. Yes. Yes, so I think I'll get to 800 in this trading session and then move on to the next trading session. It's a loss. That's 4. So 4 gives you back $1.73 if it wins. Get the idea. This trading method is good. Just as you are just good. You aren't perfect, you aren't the best, but you're good. You're good, and if you try hard enough, you can get to wherever you need to be. It's anything that you do. The only reason why you're not good at this as a person is because you haven't put in enough time as the other person. This isn't skill, this isn't some random blessing. You get the attributes you work on. It's a game, right? It's a video game. You work on your attributes, you work on a skill, you work on a skill, you work on anything. You work on reading, you work on walking, you work on getting better as a person, as an individual, and that's exactly what you will get. That's exactly what you will get, right? It's crazy. Right? And experience goes a long way, you know, in everything that you do. The experience goes goes a long way. Oh, this one didn't make a choice. That's good, I guess. Right? The experience goes an absolutely ginormous way to sit down and to understand a part or a subject, right? To sit down. So here we suffer two, we go back to two after we win, right? To sit down and to pay attention to everything, to everything, to so beautiful. It is good and it is wonderfully made. It is not perfect and it is not the greatest, but it is good. It is good. It is actually very good. We're looking for perfect. No, that's not the good we're supposed to be appreciating. The devil, you know what he did first? He made it extremely bad. And he destroyed the earth when it was extremely bad, when the hearts of man was wicked, right? And then he made it bad, just bad, where they wasn't as wicked, but they was still doing wicked stuff. But now, in our day and age, it's good, but we're focusing on not the good, not just the good part, but we're focusing on the extremely good. No, everything is just okay as it is, just as it is. Nothing's happening that's not supposed to. Everything has a cause and effect. And if we take our times and resolve all those causes and effects, nothing bad would actually continue to happen. Okay, when you do this to this plane, it shuts down midair, it crashes. How about we fix that? No more crashing, no more death, okay? When this happens to your body, it shuts down, it dies. How about we find why that's happening and we fix that? It wouldn't shut down, it wouldn't die. But these things do not take like one period of time. With God, it took one day for everything He created to come to pass. And we know that one day with God is 1,000 years. So if one day with God is 1,000 years, and it took Him 1,000 years to complete everything, from morning to evening, He said it was one day. That took Him 1,000 years each day, because He told us 1,000 years with Him is one day with God. 1,000 years for us is one day with God, so you already know. So even if it takes you 1,000 years, it's still an advancement, isn't it? And that 1,000 years, I think, is just 100. I did 9. Not I did 9. Yes, I did 9. And I mean, it just would mean I have to trade longer. Or it means that I just won $8 plus. Either or. Right? So we knew that anything we start, it wouldn't take us a single day to complete. Don't think it would take you a single day to complete. Hard work and dedication. Hard work and dedication. Hard work and dedication. All the days of your life, right? You would reap what you sow. Do you think that just means of the earth, or do you think that means of your ideas? If you plant the seed, you will bear a fruit. It's embedded in everything that we do. And the little seed, I could plant it simply in this and watch it blossom into something absolutely eternal. That's the word. Perfectly eternal. Oh hope it grasps your mind and puts your mind in a place that you understand what you are. You're pretending not to. You're pretending to live this lie. What is this? What are you doing here? Really? What are you doing? You're going to die. How about you live your most grandiose life and then die instead of waiting on death, basically? How about you find out what you're good at? You find out what you're good at. You find out what makes you happy when you do it. You find out what makes you feel better than everybody else when you do it. What makes you better than everybody else in what you're good at? You see it, it will stand out towards you. And when you do that and you walk on that gift every single day you walk on that specific God given gift. You could be trash at it, but every single day you wake up, you walk on that specific God given gift. Every day you wake up, you walk on it. Every day you walk on it, God will see you. And through prayers and through asking Him for help, He will guide you. And He will guide you in a way that you may think it's yourself, but understand that that's His gift. That's what He gave to you. You understand what I'm saying? He already gave you everything you needed. You just need to ask. You've never once asked for what you want out loud. Say exactly. Communicate with Him. Say, God, I need you to change the world. I need to change the world. I'm asking you for the strength and the power to change everything around me. And I know you will grant it to me. And I know that I already have it in me. So give me the sight to realize it. God, thank you. Simply that, a simple prayer. A simple prayer to your Father. Ask Him. Ask Him, you think He abandoned you? Are you that attached to physical connection? No, you're connected to Him somewhat. Somewhat. And He loves you. You just have to go to Him. And He would say, son, you know I already granted you everything. Stop doubting yourselves and push past your limit. You're like, what? What do you mean push past my limit? I've never tried to push past my limit before. He's like, son, I said push past your limit. That's where it gets fun. Because it's like, what is my actual limit, Father? What are you talking about? Push past my limit. Is my limit you? He's like, push past your limit. He's like, is my limit beyond you? He's like, push past your limit. And he was like, so what, Father, what is my actual limit? And he just smiles and he goes, the limit is whatever you put on yourself, son. You're like, what's the limit you put on yourself? He's like, infinity. Well, what does that mean? To live forever, to be forever, to be all knowing, all everything, infinite everything, all attributes maxed out. And you're like, well, Father, how much is infinity? And he laughs and he goes, how much do you think infinity is, son? Like, I don't know, a lot. And that's what it is, son. A lot. An absolutely ginormous amount, absolutely incomprehensible amount. And if you can comprehend it, then it's no longer infinity. And it's a loop. It's that lock in the system. But every time you try to overcome it, it will lock you back in. You would always be sucked back to the same place. That middle point. That's where all the power is. That's where all the power goes. You're like, infinity. So yeah, here if we win, we make back 2034 $4.22 of this trade. Profits because we make back our $34 and 38.22 is the profit, so we would make back $4.32. And then as you can see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades in a row. But who are you really? And that one was a loss. And next in line we have 87 with a score of 8107. And for the 1 and 9 is 50, 60, 75. And this gives you back $6.07. That's good. That's great. That's very good. So here we sell for 87. We move up to 184 and so we wait. And so yeah, this would be it for infinite trading method part 27. Ooh, like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed. I mean, it's not even about enjoying, it's if you listened, if you understand what I'm saying. Because there's no way I'm coming on here and spreading a message for nothing, bro. Suck my dick. Like, imagine I was to come on here, right? And spread a whole message and a whole thought for absolutely nothing. Yeah. Don't waste my time, please. I won't waste yours, trust me. Shake my hands and yeah. The suck my dick part. No, it's just a penis, to be very honest. Are you afraid of penises? Is that it? Ooh, 184, that's good. That's good. We like that. Which means we're not leaving now. But the 364 is next up in line and about to see. About to see what this boy has right here. 5. So 391. We sold here at 391 because both indicators pointed down. 46% movement change. Our movement change looks slick. Even though 391 loses, we go 875, which is also good. Bang. So you get the thing, man. Is that's 828 you for me. This is Shamoy Foy. This has been your host, GG.